All right, it is movie review time again, and I just finished watching the Apple TV Plus movie Spirited, and it had a very tiny theatrical release. So this is one that unless you have Apple Plus TV or Apple TV Plus, you probably have not seen. You might not even heard of. Like I said, it was very limited, and it's probably not in many theaters at this point. But it is Spirited. It stars Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds, and Octavia Spencer. And it is, of course, another take in the long line of takes on Dickens' A Christmas Carol. It tries to be a comedy musical. And so, of course, the comedy, you've got Will Ferrell, you've got Ryan Reynolds. They've both proven Will has been in SNL and all sorts of comedies. He was even, of course, in Elf, a Christmas movie, just like Spirited is. And, of course, Ryan Reynolds has shown his comedic chops in the Deadpool series. So we know that they can both pull this off. So, anyway, humor in it, the majority of it falls really flat. I did find myself chuckle a little bit. There were a couple of lines here and there that I thought were pretty good, but most of it just feels forced. It's not funny at all. The musical numbers, on the other hand, they have some really big musical numbers, and it's certainly trying to take its place in the pantheon of musicals throughout movie history. Reminds me a lot that they're trying to do The Greatest Showman. I would say probably about half really do work. Octavia Spencer has a really good musical number in about the first quarter of the movie. Will Ferrell has a good musical number about halfway, three-fourths of the way through. I'm not sure if the official title is Unredeemable, but that's what I'm going to say it is. Again, there's a couple of just big numbers that do work. When I started this movie, I didn't like it as much. I was really not digging it. As it went along, it got a little bit better. I really think some of those musical numbers really are what saved it for me. I know they try and have some twists and turns here on the Dickens story. A lot of it's really predictable. So if you have Apple TV Plus and you like Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds, if you like musicals, give it a try. The good thing, I think, with this movie is that it is part of the Apple TV Plus package, so you're not paying for it separate. You're not going to the theater and having to buy a separate ticket for it. It's all wrapped up in there. So if you don't like it, you haven't lost any money on this. So it got a little bit better, but I'm going to give it 2.5 out of 5 stars.